And welcome to the Zolteus Gaming Channel. I am your host, Zolteus. We're here with a different game. It's not necessarily still in early access, but I mean it's a new game. It's a sandbox game, and I've enjoyed the time I played with it. So I figured I'd attempt a playthrough where I try to become the king and unite the kingdom. This is Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Just to give you kind of a heads up, we're going to be starting over, but I am using mods for this because I do like to play games where I like to make it my own and have fun. So we are going to start over. Hopefully, I'll be able to give you guys a little insight onto some of the mods that I'm using. I'm not going to list them unless people specifically want to see a list of them. But the big ones that I have enjoyed so far that I've kind of fiddled around with are Bannerlord tweaks, which means I can kind of make the game a little bit more my own. See here we can create a new character. So after looking over all of them have their, quirks like 20% construction bonus or construction speed bonus to town projects, which is great. But once that's all done for any town or castle you take or are in charge of, it kind of becomes useless. Forest gives 10% less speed penalty to parties, which is great if you're traveling through forests, just like with the Sturgians, 20% less speed penalty from snow, which is great if you're traveling in snow. Kazate, 10% extra speed bonus for horsemen on campaign map. So if you have horsemen, they go a little faster, but if you don't have horsemen, then it doesn't affect you. So the two we are going to be looking at are the Vlandians, which 20% more upgrade XP to troops from battle, which can be a big deal, especially if you want upgraded troops in your army quicker. The other one is Asarai, which is caravans are 30% cheaper to build and there's a 10% less trade penalty. So early game trade is a big deal, and if you can find a couple of or a couple of companions who have high trade, caravans are a decent way to make money for the most part. It's really a toss-up between these two. I think I'm going to go with Asarai though. Because caravans that are 30% cheaper build and 10% less trade penalty at the beginning, I'll be able to make my money a lot quicker. So we're going to go with Asarai. All right. I'm going to go ahead and build this character, and I will fast forward to show you exactly what I come up with. All right. Here's my guy. Get him a nice long beard. He's scraggly. He hasn't been able to hit a bathroom or bath for that matter. I mean, look at him. He's got scraggly hair, which, why not? I thought about some of the longer hair versions, but meh. All right, so here he is. We're going to go to next. So here's where we actually, choose some family traits. Regardless of what I choose here, we're going for high trade because we need to be able to make money at the beginning. We want to consider leadership and tactics, but we also need to pick, a weapon. I think I'm going to go with bow and with polearm because I want to be able to charge horseback with a polearm and then bow to start out with. That way I can kind of gain a few levels and still be kind of ranged. And he'll get riding on his own. But the big things we need to consider are which attributes we up and which skills we take. So I'm going to run through this. If you want the tutorial on how to go through this, there are plenty out there that kind of show you what to pick. I just wanted to let you know what I was going for beforehand, and I will show you what I come up with at the end. All right, so here's our guy. As you can see, he's got a bow. Uh, I could go down the things that I chose, but basically, got an extra skill point in control to help out with my bow learning. Uh, I got a lot of charm, but it was because I wanted that high social. Got 2 points in trade. I even got a point in leadership, which when I go over, not go over skills, but when I attribute skills, uh, points, and what I can get from each one of these, you'd understand why. If you've played this game, you'll understand why I'm going for these, because there's a lot of army-based things you can get from the leadership skill and from the tactics skill. So here he is. Let's. I could go realistic, but I'm not. I'm not a professional, at this game. I mean, I could have fun with it, and I think I'm going to leave recruitment and map movement speed at these because it sucks when you can't move around quickly. You want to do stuff. And this is a playthrough that's being recorded, so I want to be able to move as quickly as possible. So we'll do that. I'm not going to enable... Well, I really don't like allocating clan member perks. I like them to advance on their own. It's probably not the best choice, but it's what I'll do for this playthrough. Alright. Here we go into the world of Bannerlord. So this is part of the tutorial. I could go through all of these little individual tutorials on how to fight, how to ride, how to use weapons, stuff like that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to skip the tutorial because I already know how to play this. I don't think you guys want to be bored with seeing me go through the tutorial, so we're going to skip the tutorial. One other thing, brother. We want people to take us seriously. We may be leading men into battle soon. Let's give our family a name and a banner, like the nobles do. Okay, well, fine. Let's give ourselves a name and a banner. No, I don't want to go back to training. After a few hours, you leave the training ground. You come across a wounded man lying under a tree. You share your water with him and try to dress his wounds as best you can. He tells you he is a traveling doctor. Thank you for your help. He hands you a small bronze artifact, which he said was once given to him in payment by a warrior who said only that it was related to Neretz's folly. He suspects might be a great battle. Okay, well, fair. I suspect that will be part of quests coming up. Hint, hint, wink, wink. We'll go with the family name of Modaine. And it's banner time. Not to be confused with hammer time. It's banner time. So let's figure out what we want to do here. That's way too big. There we go. Yes, all right. Let's think of that as red and not pink. Just throwing that out there. All right. So now there's a few things that we want to consider. Now I do have a few points to distribute because as you can see, charm happened to already be past 25. Whenever you hit 25 points, so 25, 50, 75, so on, you get one of these. So let's see. When first introducing yourself to lords for the first time, have 10% chance to gain 2 relation with them and reduced barter penalty. So here's the issue. We'll be introducing ourselves to lords for the first time a lot, but a reduced barter penalty may come in handy if for some reason I get into a sticky situation. So we're going to go with that. And I get to put 1 point into trade, or 1 point into one of these, and since I already have 2 in bow and I can go all the way to 75 with that, I'm going to go with trade because I really need to get that up. So we've got that. So what I was going to say, besides going over these, apparently I have to talk to nobles. Um, One of the first things that I want to do is on my own. There's a really neat way to get one of your skills up, which in my case would be bow, and that's to go find small amounts of looters, right? The reason I'm doing this is because I've done, like I had told you, the mod Bannerlord tweaks. I have tweaked it to make it to where it's a little bit more realistic for the player and not just the AI. So I've made it to where gaining skills are a little bit easier. Maybe getting skill points and gaining levels are a little bit easier. And we're supposed to be a boss, right? We're supposed to be awesome. And in this game, it's not that they don't do that, but they make it to where you're just as good as everyone else, and you're supposed to be a boss, right? You're supposed to be better than everyone else. So I've tweaked them a little bit, um, and as I find more, I will show you. Let's go ahead and make a save. All right, let's find ourselves as we go to cities and find stuff to buy. Let's find ourselves some looters. Now we don't want a high amount of them, we just want some. Really? I got all the way to Lycaran and there's no looters? Alright, well let's go in here. Oh, let's talk to this person, just for funsies. Uh, the quest, forgive me for what may seem abundance of caution, but please keep your distance. Just beyond sword length is fine. But so who might you be? I am Zolteus, madam. May I ask your name? I am Ira, the House of Pethros, one of the most illustrious families in the annals of the Empire. The barbarians we have slain and the glory we have won is second to none. Is this important? I'm rather busy right now. Actually, it is important. This is part of the quest I was telling you guys. I need to start this, and the sooner the better, because it could be extremely long and tedious if I don't start identifying nobles now. So, what is Neretz's Folly? Well, that's what some people call the Great Battle of Pendraic in the year 1077. Emperor Neretzes led an army accompanied by Khuzaits and Esserai to fight a coalition of Sturgeons, Battanians, and Landians. It was a disaster for him. He died in it. But the victors didn't fare much better. I see. Is there anything else? Yeah, can you tell me anything more about this? All right, so here's something semi-important. I wasn't there. I know Lucan has some thought about it. So here's where we could actually use this information and talk to nobles and use this information to our advantage. So I know there's someone named Lucan that has more information about this, so I need to find him. But the nice thing is, now that I've gotten this started, when we find someone on the map, they will most likely have a little icon next to them, a blue exclamation point, and that means I should probably talk to them. All right, so here's another mod that I have installed. Trade can be extremely profitable. I'm just going to show you what I have to look at here. I have 2 grain, which weirdly enough will last me 40 days. So that's nice. But the problem I have is that after, I don't know, a few hours of just going around trading, it gets really old really quick. I do like, the math behind it. So, like, as you can see, this sells for 11. If I go down to the grain, they're selling it for 15, which experts in playing this game know that that's a pretty average price, and we want to buy at low prices, right? Same with fish. 22 is actually really high, so if I had a bunch of fish, I would sell it here. Butter, that's not too high. Grapes, that's not too high. Meat, that's really not too high. You can actually find places to sell the meat for like 70. But what I want to do here is I want to find stuff that is low cost and then go through all of my inventory, find stuff that is high sell, and then sell it back and forth. Well, Auto Trader, you set up the Auto Trader to your preferences, and when I click this, well, it doesn't have, apparently this place, like I had mentioned, doesn't have a whole lot that is super low buy and I don't have anything to sell, so that I wouldn't sell that anyway. But when I click that, it basically does a calculation for me and says, okay, you want to buy these and you want to sell these things based on a percentage of normal price. And it's really beneficial, and it's called Auto Trader. You definitely want to look into it if you're interested in that. If you want to do trade, especially if you're starting a new game, you want to do trade and you don't want to be hassled after a little while. Now, I am going to do some trading because I need some more horses because I can only carry 3 things. And I think I am going to buy some meat or butter because I think that meat will sell pretty well almost everywhere. Beer is another one of those things. You can find beer for 30, you can sell it for 50 almost everywhere, and that's quite a profit. So it doesn't look like anything else. So I am going to buy a mule. Gives me, I can buy 10, and I am going to buy 5 butter and 5 meat. So now I pay 400. Okay. Another thing, when we get a little bit higher in money and want to look workshops, there is a mod called Vart's Trade Guild. So when I click this, I can see what the trending businesses are. So workshops, the city, the daily workshop profits. And when wars start, these will get higher and higher. But if you want to see the flavor of the day, as I call it, you can find a workshop that is making massive daily profits. Buy them while they still have those profits, and when you can sort of kind of micromanage it from the clan menu. When they start to go down, you sell it off and you buy the next big thing. If you have the ability to travel, I would recommend this as a good thing as well. The other thing you can see is you can talk about workshops. So you can say, all right, show me all the workshops that are here. And then you can say, now I want to see what the suggestions are. Right now, and always and forever will be in Pencanic, Pottery Shop will always be a plus or a highly recommended because they have, it's either 2 or all 3 of the cities produce clay. So this will always be a huge place that will always sell pottery. So decent. And then Sinala Brewery, they have 2 cities that have grain right now. So, and high producing. So, just wanted to show this to you guys. Vart's Trade Guild is great, and hopefully we'll be able to use it in the future. All right. Now let's go down to Poros, and on our way, hopefully we will find a raider or 2. Oh, there's some looters. So 8, it's gonna be difficult. We're gonna save again. We're gonna try to take these guys on, but basically we're gonna do it going back and forth on horseback and shooting them with bows. Unfortunately, I may have to get out and let's see what is in my inventory. I want to make sure I have a sword. I do have a sword. All right, so if I have to get down and beat them with that, I will. But I want to be able to kill them with a bow. So let's do this. Hey there. Ah, what have we here? There's a tax for passage in these parts, traveler, paid either in coin or in blood. Fight me if you dare. Bad decision, friend. Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's attack. All right, so yeah, there I tried them all. All right, so what I want to do now is, let's see if I can't. See, got him. Got him. Ah, shoot. So I've got 1 down out of the 8, so that means there's 7 left. Hey, stop throwing rocks at me. And I need to get them all down, or at least get them running away from me by the time I run out of arrows. Shoot. There we go. Hitting them in the head is always going to be the better option. Does the most damage. It also demoralizes them, so it lowers their morale. And that can make them run away a lot quicker, which is kind of what we want. This is a neat little trick. Yes, with my last bow shot, I win. All right, I've won the battle. 3 of them didn't die, and I've got 3 prisoners that I can ransom. So that's good. Gain renown and morale, which is awesome. Which I don't know why I need morale. It's just me. And here's the other awesome part. You get stuff. So that is already better than what I'm wearing, so I'm going to put it on. None of these are better, and I don't have any hand wraps, so that will work very well. All right, and they had grapes and meat, which is nice, but here's the problem now. My inventory is, as you can see, overburdened is now, I get a minus 0.23 to my speed, and that can be a problem. Fortunately, I'm still at a 6 speed, so, 5.8 at night and a 6.4, and that's fast enough to get away from anyone I don't want to be attacked from. If we find looters in the like the 11 category there, I can get away from them because they're only going 4.9, as you can see. So, ooh, I am pretty close to the town, but I'm only 56 health. So, no. We need to go into Poros. We need to sell some stuff. All right. Let's trade all this stuff away. We don't need any of these anymore. And let's see. None of these seem to be selling for any better than I found them. So, let's sell this. Do they have no mule? 135 is really high. The only reason I bought this mule for 110 like I did in the other place is because I needed some space. So the next thing we need to do is find a place that has decent mules or pack mules to sell. Doesn't look like any of this stuff is cheap enough to buy anyway, so we kind of lucked out there. It's really unfortunate, but this is how starting out works, which is unfortunate. But nice though. I got some money. I'm gonna check to see what I need to up. Oh, look, bow went from 20 to 45 just in that one battle, and that's what I'm talking about. My writing went up quite a bit too. I'm always going to use a bow, so that will always work for me. And I gained a skill point and 3 focus points. So I want my social to go up as quickly as possible, so we're going to put that there. However, I am going to put a focus point here and my remaining focus points there so I can get that trade learning up quicker. All right. So we could recruit some troops, but I'm going to try to get my bow skill up as quick as I can before looters start running from me. However, you do want to get a small army quickly because you want to be able to get that leadership skill up and the steward skill up. So I'm going to leave here. Let's see what they got in. See, now my point is up in medicine because I'm healing myself. So, ooh, 5 looters. We should be able to do that. All right, let's try these guys. Let's pause here. Let's just go here. I want to fight them out in the open. I don't want them to. I don't want to fight them in the woods, especially since I'm trying to up my bow. Today's not your lucky day, friend. How about you hand over your silver? Be a real shame to have to cut anyone's throat. Yeah, fight me if you dare. Pity. There's only 5 of you. I took 8 earlier. I may not be at 100%, but I took 8 earlier. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. All right, come at me. Stop that. See, it's getting better. See, as you can see on the left in purple, it says headshot. Uh, the more of those you get, the higher your skill goes up. All of them just straight dead. I got no prisoners. Let's take all of this. I don't think any of it is better than what I'm wearing. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. I still have those prisoners, but I'll go ahead and get rid of them at Zionica. Man, look at all those guys. Hold on, let's see if he has more than just him. Nope. Always look for that exclamation point. 15 looters. That's not going to be fun. All right. So when you want to ransom people, as you can see, you ransom your prisoners. Each looter is only worth 5. So we ransom them, but now we get points in roguery. And roguery can help when you get a really high skill level, and you can convert bandits to normal troops, which is nice. All right, let's see if they have any horses. Mules. Oh, come on. Nothing there. All right. All right, so here's another thing. I had a mod, but it hasn't been updated, and it's not working in the current version. But it was called Tournaments Expanded, and it made these a little bit easier to participate in. Basically, it allowed you to choose your prize, because I think there was one gameplay that I was playing through where the 5 in a row gave me the same exact helmet, and I was like, all right, I can just sell these. That's great. But at that time, I was sitting at several 100,000, dinars, and the helmet was selling for like 800, and I was like, all right, well, this doesn't really help me. So it was nice, but it's not working. If it does work, I will get that on there and show it to you guys. But we're still going to do this because tournaments are a great place to make us a decent amount of money, especially if you can bid on yourself, which I don't have a lot to bid on myself, but I can still bid. So we can make some money there. And with Bannerlord tweaks, I was able to make it to where you actually make money just if you win. You don't even have to bid on yourself. So we're going to save because we need to win this. So hopefully I don't have to reload, but I am quite low level. And so this may be very difficult for me, but we'll see. Oh, okay. So Gyarios, I actually think he's someone I need to talk to. So when we're done here, I may need to go to the keep. But all right. So a cataphract lance. I definitely need that. So let's see. I'm gonna bet 500 on myself. Hope to get 2,000. So that'll be nice. Let's join this. So what do I have? Just see. Guys, a little help? Jeez. Thanks for the help, guys. Oh, man, they are destroying us. Gyarios, I hope you're better than what I am. Jeez, look at that. Gyarios is taking him down. As long as we are one of the last 2... Gyarios just went down. Where? There. Oh. All right. Come on, mercenary crossbowman. Stay until that blue guy is dead. Yes! So we will still advance, even though I am dead. Wow. Oh, it's all right. See, round is over. Your team qualified for the next stage. So we are fortunate. Now it's all of us just against each other. All right. So the nice thing is I staked 920. The hope is that I win that much. So let's, no, no. Why are you all running after me? Yes, fight each other. And this may be not as honorable, but at a minimum, uh, I can, I'll have a slight advantage. Oh, come on. Gotcha. Come on. Come on. Man, he has a lot of hit points. Oh, shoot. No, no. Damn it. Round is over. Your team's qualified. Fortunately, I made it through, but I still have to fight Kyrios. So I don't care about what goes on with them. I'm going to skip that round. He is just way too good with that one-handed sword. Oh. So the reason why I saved before that is because now I have 0 gold. And at the beginning, you really have to win. So looks like I'm going to have to reload. Hopefully I'll do better in the next turn. Got it. All right, we won. Yes, finally. I think I only did this tournament about 10 times. But I got earnings, I got a lance, and I got some renown. It's all that matters. All right. See, you spend that money, but then you make this money back. So we had a decent showing. I may just buy some horses or some mules just because I need the space. But what I'm going to do now, well, first thing I'm going to do is equip this lance. Use that on horseback. That'll be amazing. But I'm going to equip this lance. I'm going to do a few more battles to get my bow skill up. I am going to I'm going to do some trading. Hopefully I'll be able to have some money to show you guys at the end of this episode and then tell you what our next move is. So let's go ahead and skip to that part. All right. Welcome back. Excuse me. We've done what we needed to do for the most part. As you can see, I've got a cool 15,000 dinars. I have quite a bit of inventory. I have won a few tournaments. As you can see, this one's already done. I now have a troop count of 33. Some of them are leveled up, some of them are not. And we've done a decent amount of trading. And as you can see, crossbow's almost at 100. Riding's at 71. I'm still working on polearm, but it won't go up anymore until I get some points in it. But I've got some points to distribute, so that's going to happen soon enough. The big takeaway here is I've got trade up to 61. And it's going up steadily. I've traded several prisoners that I've taken. The biggest problem I had was in this area right here. The only place I found a Sea Raider hideout was right here. There was none up here. They don't exist here. All I found were looters down here. and there wasn't really a whole lot up here either. So I kind of had to modify what I did. I went around, I did some tournaments, I did some killing, I got some of my skills up, and now I'm sitting at or Varnovapol. And the reason I'm sitting here is because I found someone that I'm going to show you in just a second, Denny the Swift. So there are two, the, you know, there are two name the with a modifier after them that you want to look out for. And the Swift is one, and the Spice Vendor is another. And I found Denny the Swift here. And the reason you want to do that is because, and I'm gonna show you in just a second here. Let's go talk to Denny the Swift, because in order to advance one of the quests I have, I need to get a follower, and she is a follower. So, hi, I don't think I know you. Peace to you, stranger. My name is Zolteus, madam. Tell me about yourself. Sure, you can't sell a horse if you don't shout its praises, as they say. Sure. She was a brat of a caravan guard, so obviously she's dabbled in trade, right? Grew up running between the legs of a camel on the steppe, eavesdropping on merchant gossip, blah, blah, blah. Happier childhood? All right. When I got older, it wasn't so easy to take me on the road. Too many boys giving me the funny looks. Yeah, I can imagine. He wanted a good husband for me, but the boys knew they weren't. But the boys he knew weren't the marrying type. All right, so basically, she said, "Just give me a sword. I'll walk with the guards to help out." Cool. So here she is. Guess I'm not too interested in the marriage part, but I like the dinars and I like my freedom. All right, cool. Well, I'm sure he'll be happy if you're happy. So like I said, I can ride, swing a sword, manage a caravan. All right, cool. Manage a caravan. There's the statement that we want. So I could use someone like you in my 2,000. Okay, you better make that tenfold. Jeez. All right, so I gained some renown. Cool. Get your gear, join you outside. All right, so here's why. I'm gonna take a look at. All right, so I've got that decent trade. She has an 82 trade and a high roguery skill. So if for some reason I didn't use her for trade and a bow skill, so if she needs to help defend her caravan, she'll do a decent job. She's got a high trade skill, and the reason this is important is because if I want to send her on a caravan, if I want to send anyone on a caravan, the higher the trade skill, the more money they're going to make. So this is important. So next thing I'm going to do, unfortunately for her, is I'm going to find the merchant here, and there he is, merchant, powerful, Porev the brewer. All right, Porev, we're talking to you. He looks very regal up there on his horse, doesn't he? He does. At least I think he does. Don't make fun of me. I don't think I know you. Peace to you, stranger. My name is Zolteus, sir. May I ask your name? I am Porev, a merchant here in Varnovapol. I own a brewery here. I know your name. I hear you recently caught some bandits. Speaking as a merchant, we appreciate any efforts to make the road safer. Well, I do what I can. I wish to form a caravan in this town. Well, there are many goods around the town that bring you money if you trade them. Caravan you form will do this for you. You need to pay at least 10,500. So here's the thing. To hire 29 caravan guards, here's the thing. Normally, if I didn't have my background of Aserai, this would be 15,000 dinars. That's a lot. Now, I could include better troops, but this is very early game. Later game, I would probably need better troops to have them survive. But I accept these conditions, ready to make a caravan. Who do you want to lead? Obviously, Denny the Swift. All right, so now we leave. We notice, see, Denny the Swift, one recruit. And now, caravan of Denny the Swift already making me money. Already plus 460. So that's actually pretty decent. What we're going to do is travel a little bit and see just how she does. So I am going to leave. I am going to. I'm not going to head down here. That's all the way, literally at the other side of the map. But I found a spice vendor companion that I want to get that I could also send uh, here. Now, probably won't. The spice vendor probably won't be there when I get there. By the time I get there, but I'm going to make a huge loop around the map for trade. I'm going to finish my trading and making money once I do that huge loop. And once I do that, I will show you what I've got. Hopefully, I will have enough money to send this person on a caravan when I find them. And that will be the end of this episode. So let me do that loop of trading, and I will see you then. All right. Well, we've made a trip around. As you can see, we're already back to here. I'll probably do a few of the things in here, but I wanted to show you guys a few things. Traveling around the map, you can get a lot done, right? Well, one of the things that I was able to get done is I've already talked to 6 of the 10 nobles that I need to talk to. Remember, we already talked to 1 or 2. I found 6 just in my travels, weirdly enough. So hopefully we will be able to do a little bit of traveling later. And get the rest of that taken care of so we can kind of get that knocked out and out of the way. That'll probably be part of the next episode. But one thing I did want to show you is I was able to find the spice vendor. I hired her, and she is out doing a caravan for me. One thing that you have to note in the new version of the game is that caravans don't seem to be doing as well as they used to. I may end up having those parties stop and come back, and I'll use them as tactics people because they also have high tactics, which make good party leaders when I actually am in a different clan, or if I start a clan, or if I start a kingdom of my own. But just wanted to show you we have that. So we made a decent amount of money besides having to purchase that and a trade caravan, which cost me around 12,000. So I've made some decent money. I've been able to accomplish quite a bit. So that's going to do it for this episode. So if you like the video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want out of this playthrough. I'm looking for anything at this point. Do you guys want to see me be an evil dictator? Do you guys want me to be a man of the people? Do you guys want me to find a wife immediately? Do you want me to roam for a long time? Let me know. I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you it's up to you guys. I just want you to enjoy this as much as I do. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment. Like I said, like the video, and I will see you in the next one.